Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. In 1941, as the world braced itself for great uncertainty and the winds of war swept across continents, the United States quietly continued its everyday life, and within that life, a small copper coin found its way into the pockets of millions. It was the Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that symbolized strength, endurance, and the unshakable spirit of a nation. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny might seem ordinary at first glance, but behind its simple appearance lies a fascinating story of craftsmanship, history, and unexpected value. This humble 1-cent piece has captured the hearts of collectors for generations. The obverse side of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His dignified profile faces right, representing wisdom and leadership, a fitting tribute to the man who guided the nation through one of its darkest chapters. Above Lincoln's head is the national motto, "In God We Trust." To the left, the word "Liberty" stands proudly, while to the right the date, 1941, is struck cleanly into the copper surface. It's a design that combines beauty, simplicity, and deep meaning. On the reverse side, two tall wheat stalks frame the coin. These give it the nickname, Wheat Penny. Between them are the words 1 cent and United States of America, while above, the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, proudly reminds us, out of many, one. The 1941 Wheat Penny was minted in 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while those from Denver display a small D, and the San Francisco coins bear an S. Each version has its own charm and level of rarity. More than 887 million pennies were struck that year, yet only a few have survived in pristine condition, untouched by circulation, their surfaces still glowing with the original mint luster. These are the coins collectors dream about. At first, you might wonder how something made in such vast numbers could ever become valuable. The secret lies in perfection, the flawless strike, the undisturbed surface, and the careful preservation that keeps the coin as fresh as the day it was minted. Coins that have been kept safe for decades without scratches, stains, or what are called mint state coins. Among these, the rarest are those graded above MS 65, brilliant, sharp, and beautiful examples of the mint's finest work. The copper composition of the 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny also adds to its charm. It's made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that warm, reddish tone that collectors adore. Over time, this metal develops subtle hues that make every coin unique. For many collectors, the 1941 penny represents the golden era of American coin design. Its classic look and historical background make it one of the most beloved coins in U.S. numismatic history. Interestingly, 1941 also marks the beginning of a new chapter in the minting process. As the U.S. prepared for war, materials like copper became increasingly valuable for ammunition and machinery, making coins like this a piece of pre-war history. Errors from this year's mintage also play a big role in its allure. Some pennies display double-die strikes, off-center minting, or repunched mint marks, all highly sought-after mistakes that can dramatically increase a coin's value. Collectors especially treasure coins where the doubling is visible in the words, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." These subtle variations can transform a 1-cent coin into a rare treasure worth thousands. The 1941 Lincoln Wheat Penny reminds us that even in times of hardship, art and detail were never forgotten. The U.S. Mint continued to craft coins that were not only functional but also beautiful representations of American ideals. Each coin was struck with purpose, to circulate, to trade, to remind the nation of unity. But today, these same coins tell a story of preservation and passion for history. For those who collect, the thrill lies in discovery. Finding a 1941 wheat penny with crisp details, rich color, and full brilliance is like finding a time capsule from the past. Imagine holding one in your hand, a coin that might have passed through the hands of soldiers, shopkeepers, or children saving for candy in a world about to change forever. That's the magic behind this penny. The 1941 wheat penny also stands as a bridge between two eras. It captures the end of America's peacetime economy and foreshadows the changes that World War II would soon bring. As such, collectors see it not just as a coin, but as a small, round piece of history, one that witnessed the resilience of a nation. When you examine one under light, you can see how carefully the mint captured Lincoln's features, his thoughtful gaze, his detailed hair, and the fine engraving that brings his portrait to life. Over the years, some 1941 pennies have surfaced in near perfect condition, commanding stunning prices at auctions. These rare finds prove that even the smallest coins can hold immense worth. Coin experts always recommend checking your old change, coin jars, or inherited collections. You never know when a forgotten 1941 wheat penny might be sitting there, waiting to reveal its story. Collectors say that patience and attention to detail are the keys to finding value, because history hides in plain sight, often in the smallest of forms. Every wheat penny holds a bit of mystery. The longer you study them, the more you realize that each coin has its own character, color, and marks of age. It's no wonder that the 1941 issue remains a favorite among enthusiasts. It's a symbol of endurance, simplicity, and timeless design, a coin that truly stands out in American numismatic heritage. And while most 1941 pennies are worth just a few cents, there are rare examples, especially in gem condition, that can change a collector's fortune overnight. If you happen to own a 1941 Lincoln Wheat penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a small treasure. Examine it under light, study its surface, and check for that mint mark. You never know what secrets it might hold. If you have coins from your collection, or even an old penny you're curious about, share it in the comments below. Our channel loves to help viewers uncover the stories and values behind their coins. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button so you never miss another incredible coin story. Point 1. Extraordinary 1941 United States of America Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny has been valued at $445,000. Top 2. In 1945, the world was finally breathing a sigh of relief. The long and devastating Second World War was coming to an end, and across the United States, hope was returning to the hearts of millions. Factories that once made weapons now shifted back to making goods for peace, soldiers were coming home, and families were beginning to dream again. Amidst this great transition, a small but powerful symbol of American history continued its quiet journey, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This coin, though just 1 cent in value at the time, carried deep meaning. It represented the endurance and unity of a nation that had weathered one of the hardest storms in human history. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny was not just money, it was a token of resilience, a piece of copper that told the story of a people determined to rebuild. The obverse of the coin proudly displays the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His calm, noble expression had already become one of the most beloved images in American coinage. By 1945, Lincoln's image had been on the penny for more than 3 decades, a reminder of leadership, freedom, and justice. Above Lincoln's portrait are the powerful words, "In God we trust," while to the left stands, "Liberty." The year, 1945, is engraved on the right, marking not just the date of minting but also the year the war came to a victorious close. On the reverse side, 2 elegant stalks of wheat frame the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. The simple yet beautiful wheat design, used since 1909, represented the strength and productivity of the American people, hardworking and unyielding. At the top of the reverse, the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, out of many one, reminds us of unity, a message that resonated deeply in the hearts of Americans during this time. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted in 3 major locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint produced millions of these coins, with the Philadelphia Mint having no mint mark, the Denver Mint showing a small D, and the San Francisco Mint marking its coins with an S. However, not all 1945 pennies were created equal. Some stood out for their perfect condition, brilliant shine, and sharp details, coins that managed to survive decades without a single scratch or mark. These are the coins collectors treasure most. What makes the 1945 penny fascinating to numismatists is its timing. It was one of the last wartime-era coins made from copper and zinc, as the U.S. Mint had just resumed normal metal composition after producing steel pennies in 1943. This shift in materials gave the 1945 penny a warm, rich color, that distinctive reddish-brown glow that copper lovers adore. Over time, many of these coins developed beautiful natural toning, giving each one a unique look and character. But as with any collectible, condition is everything. A 1945 wheat penny in mint state, with its original luster and no signs of circulation, can be worth far more than its face value. Collectors also seek out special varieties, such as double-die obverse, repunched mint marks, and off-center strikes. These minting errors are rare accidents that make certain 1945 pennies truly unique and extremely valuable. A famous variety, the 1945 D with a repunched mint mark, shows the D struck twice slightly apart, a tiny detail that transforms an ordinary coin into a prized treasure. Such coins can fetch astounding prices at auctions. Each 1945 penny holds a story, not just of minting and metal, but of people, workers at the U.S. Mint striking coins with pride, families using them in stores, and soldiers carrying them as lucky charms in their pockets. Imagine the hands that might have held these coins. Perhaps a returning veteran buying his first meal back home, or a mother saving pennies to rebuild her family's life after years of war. For many collectors today, the 1945 wheat penny symbolizes victory, peace, and the American spirit. It's a piece of living history, small enough to hold in your hand yet powerful enough to tell a century's worth of stories. The craftsmanship of these coins was remarkable for their time. Despite being mass-produced, the attention to detail in Lincoln's portrait and the crispness of the wheat design make them a joy to study under magnification. Over the decades, millions of 1945 pennies have vanished from circulation, worn down or lost. But a few perfect examples remain, hidden in collections, old boxes, and coin albums, waiting for rediscovery. Collectors often describe the thrill of finding a mint-condition 1945 penny as a mix of excitement and reverence. It's like uncovering a time capsule from a nation's rebirth. When graded by professional services, coins in higher mint state grades can reach extraordinary values, especially those with flawless surfaces and a deep, original red shine. It's fascinating how something as small as a penny can carry so much meaning, a silent witness to both war and peace, struggle and triumph. For new collectors, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny is an excellent place to start. It's a coin with history, beauty, and the potential for hidden treasure. The charm of coin collecting lies in stories like this, where history, art, and value come together in a single small circle of metal. And the 1945 penny captures that magic perfectly. When you look closely at one, you're not just seeing copper, you're seeing history, craftsmanship, and a reminder of America's enduring spirit. If you ever come across a shiny 1945 wheat penny, take a moment before spending it. Examine the details, check the mint mark, and notice the luster. You might be holding something far more special than you think. Some collectors have discovered that their old coins, once thought to be ordinary, are actually rare mint-state gems worth thousands of dollars. That's the joy of numismatics. You never know when the next great find might appear in your own pocket change. So, take a look at your coin jars, those forgotten drawers, or your family's old collections. You might just uncover a piece of American history waiting to shine again. And if you find something interesting, share it with us in the comments below. We love hearing about your discoveries and helping you identify and value your coins. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories from the world of coins, and don't forget to like this video to support our growing community. One extraordinary 1945 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny has been valued at $425,000. Top 3. In 1947, America was in the midst of transformation. The echoes of World War II were still fading, and a nation once defined by hardship was now entering an era of progress and prosperity. Factories that once built war machines were producing cars, radios, and dreams of a brighter future. Yet, amid all this change, one tiny copper coin quietly continued its journey, the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny. This small coin, worth just a single cent, carried with it the story of a rebuilding nation. It represented stability, strength, and continuity in an ever-changing world. To the average person, it was simply pocket change, but to collectors today, the 1947 wheat penny is a symbol of history, art, and sometimes, incredible value. The obverse, or front, of this penny proudly features the face of Abraham Lincoln, America's 16th president. The design by Victor David Brenner, first introduced in 1909, had already become a timeless classic by 1947. Lincoln's calm, dignified expression reflects leadership and unity, qualities that America held dear during its post-war recovery. Above Lincoln's head are the words, "In God we trust," a phrase that stands as both a moral compass and a national promise. To the left, the word, "Liberty," reminds citizens of the very foundation of their country. And on the right side, the year 1947 is struck boldly into the metal, marking a year of peace and renewal. On the reverse side, two beautifully engraved stalks of wheat frame the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. These wheat ears, from which the coin takes its nickname, symbolize the fruits of hard work and the growth of a nation. Above the design, the Latin phrase, E pluribus unum, out of many one, emphasizes unity among diversity, a message that deeply resonated with Americans rebuilding their lives. The 1947 wheat penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, while Denver coins have a small D, and San Francisco coins feature an S. Each mint produced millions of pennies, but only a few have stood the test of time in perfect, uncirculated condition. These pristine examples, known as mint-state coins, are what collectors search for. Their surfaces gleam with original luster, their details remain razor-sharp, and they show no signs of wear. Coins like these can command astonishing prices in today's market. The composition of the 1947 Lincoln Wheat Penny also tells a story. It was made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the standard formula that returned after the temporary wartime change in 1943, when pennies were made from steel. The warm, red-brown tone of the 1947 issue gives it a charm that copper enthusiasts truly appreciate. Each 1947 penny is a product of remarkable craftsmanship. The detail in Lincoln's hair, the clarity of the lettering, and the texture of the wheat stalks are all reflections of the mint's precision during that era. Collectors often search for coins that display the rare, full strike details, meaning every tiny design element is clear and complete. When such a coin remains unblemished and glossy after more than 70 years, it becomes a treasure worth far beyond its original face value. Errors from the 1947 mintage are especially fascinating. Some coins show doubling in the inscriptions, repunched mint marks, or slight off-center strikes, each mistake adding character and rarity. Among the most coveted are those with visible doubling in the words, "Liberty," or "In God We Trust." These are known as double-die varieties, and they are a true thrill for collectors to find. Each small imperfection tells a story, a moment in the minting process when machines, pressure, and human oversight came together to create something unique. The 1947 penny also serves as a reflection of the American people. Despite challenges, it stands strong, a small symbol of endurance and progress. For those who hold one today, it's not just a coin, it's a connection to a moment in time when the nation was finding its footing again. Many collectors love the 1947 penny not only for its history but for its timeless design. The wheat ears represent the hard work of the American farmer, while Lincoln's portrait represents leadership and integrity, two forces that shaped the country. Although millions were made, only a few survived untouched by time. Finding one in near-perfect condition, bright with coppery brilliance, feels like discovering a lost piece of history. Over the decades, countless 1947 pennies have circulated, spent on candy, newspapers, and memories of a simpler time. Yet, in old collections and forgotten jars, some of the rarest examples still wait to be rediscovered. Collectors often say that the joy of finding a rare coin is not just in its value, but in the story it tells. The 1947 wheat penny, with its elegant design and wartime legacy, is one of those coins that truly tells America's story in metal form. If you look closely at one, you can almost imagine its journey, from the mint presses that struck it with precision, to the hands of those who used it, and finally to the collectors who now treasure it. A high-grade 1947 wheat penny with no scratches, rich color, and full luster can sell for extraordinary amounts. Even small mint errors can make it stand out in the numismatic world. Some of these special coins have fetched incredible prices at auctions, surprising collectors and historians alike. It's proof that even the smallest coin can hold massive value if preserved with care. The next time you see an old penny from the 1940s, take a moment to study it. The details, the color, the design, each tells a piece of a larger story. Who knows? You might be holding something special. If you have a 1947 Lincoln Wheat penny or any old coins from your collection, share their details in the comments below. Our channel loves to help you discover the hidden worth behind your coins. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories and hit the like button to support our growing community of collectors. Point 1 Extraordinary 1947 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny has been valued at $415,000. Top 4. The year was 1950, a time when America was stepping into a new decade filled with optimism, invention, and hope. The hardships of war were behind, the economy was booming, and a new generation was beginning to dream bigger than ever before. Yet, hidden within the rhythm of this golden post-war era, a tiny copper coin quietly marked its place in history, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. Though it was worth just a single cent at the time, this coin carried with it a legacy far greater than its face value. It represented a nation that had rebuilt itself and was now looking toward a future of prosperity. Today, the 1950 wheat penny stands as a beautiful reminder of that era and, for collectors, a symbol of rarity and worth. The obverse, or front, of this coin bears the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design crafted by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the centennial of Lincoln's birth. By 1950, this design had become one of the most iconic in American history. Lincoln's calm, wise expression looks toward the future, reflecting leadership and unity. Above his head shines the phrase, "In God we trust," a declaration of faith and national spirit. To the left, the word, "Liberty," sits proudly, while the date, 1950, gleams to the right, a simple marking that connects this coin to a moment when America stood strong and confident in its recovery. On the reverse side of the coin, the beauty of Brenner's artistry continues. Two tall wheat stalks curve gracefully around the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. These wheat ears symbolize abundance, harvest, and hard work, fitting imagery for a nation thriving after years of sacrifice. Above this classic design rests the phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, reflecting unity and strength among the people. Together, the design and inscriptions form a perfect blend of art, history, and patriotism. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted in 3 U.S. cities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver feature a small D, and San Francisco coins show an S. Each mint produced millions of pennies, yet only a few have survived in pristine, untouched condition. The difference between an ordinary 1950 penny and a truly valuable one lies in its preservation. Over time, coins circulate, fade, and wear down. But a handful of these pennies have remained as brilliant as the day they were struck, with sharp details and flawless luster. Those are the treasures collectors dream of finding. Made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the 1950 penny has that rich, reddish glow that has captivated collectors for generations. The deep copper tones, when well preserved, shimmer beautifully under light, giving the coin an unmistakable warmth and elegance. Mint state coins, graded MS 65 or higher, are especially valuable. Their surfaces show no signs of handling, and every detail, from Lincoln's hair to the fine lines in the wheat stalks, stands out in crisp perfection. But not all 1950 pennies are the same. Some contain minting varieties and errors that make them truly unique. Double die strikes, repunched mint marks, and off-center coins from this year are among the most sought-after discoveries. For example, certain 1950 D pennies show clear doubling in the word Liberty, or the date, a fascinating result of die misalignment. These era coins are rare and can command extraordinary prices among collectors. The 1950 penny also holds emotional value. It represents a time when a single cent could buy something meaningful, a stick of gum, a newspaper, or a memory. Today, that same cent can be worth thousands, carrying both history and nostalgia in its small copper frame. Each 1950 penny tells a story, of hands that used it, of pockets it passed through, and of the changing times it witnessed. Perhaps it was once given as change at a 1950s diner or dropped into a child's piggy bank. Collectors love this coin not only for its design but for what it represents: the American dream, post-war optimism, and the craftsmanship of a bygone era. Over 70 years later, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny remains a cherished piece among numismatists. Its beauty endures, and its story continues to captivate those who appreciate the past. The wheat reverse design would soon come to an end, replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse. That makes the 1950 issue one of the final chapters in the wheat penny's remarkable history, a link to the early half of the century. Holding one of these coins today feels like holding a piece of living history. Every detail, from the soft glow of the copper to the fine lines of the engraving, connects you to the craftsmanship and culture of its time. Some 1950 pennies found in uncirculated condition, sealed in old coin rolls or discovered in forgotten collections, have sold for staggering prices at auctions, proof that even the smallest coins can hold extraordinary value. For collectors, finding a flawless example from this year is a true prize. The hunt, the discovery, and the moment of realization, it all makes the journey of coin collecting deeply rewarding. And for those new to the hobby, the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the perfect reminder that history doesn't have to be large or grand to be meaningful. Sometimes, it's found in the smallest of places, a single copper cent that carries decades of stories. If you ever find a 1950 penny, take a closer look. Examine its color, its luster, and the mint mark. You might just be holding something far more special than a simple piece of change. Some of the rarest examples are hiding in plain sight, in old jars, drawers, or inherited coin boxes, waiting to be rediscovered by someone who looks closely enough. Every collector knows that the thrill of the hunt is part of the magic. And with the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny, that magic never fades. If you have a 1950 Wheat Penny or any other unique coins, share them in the comments below. Our channel loves to help viewers uncover the hidden history and value behind their coins. Make sure to subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and don't forget to like this video to support our growing community. One extraordinary 1950 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny has been valued at $300,000. Top 5. In the year 1954, the United States was alive with progress and post-war prosperity. It was a time when America was defining its modern identity. Television was booming, cars were shining, and dreams were bigger than ever. Amid this backdrop of growth and optimism, a small yet remarkable piece of copper quietly rolled off the mint presses: the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny. Though it may look like just another coin, this penny holds a story of history, craftsmanship, and unexpected value. For collectors and historians alike, the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny represents not only an era of change but also a legacy of design that has stood the test of time. When you look closely at the obverse side of the coin, you see the familiar, noble face of President Abraham Lincoln. His portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, had already become an American icon by 1954. Every detail, from Lincoln's hair to the lines in his coat, was carefully crafted to capture strength and dignity. Above Lincoln's head reads the enduring motto, "In God We Trust," while the word "Liberty" rests gracefully to his left. To the right, the year 1954. Gleams, marking a moment when America was stepping confidently into a new age of prosperity and invention. Flip the coin, and you're greeted by the simplicity and elegance of the wheat reverse. Two curved wheat stalks surrounding the bold words, 1 cent, and United States of America. Those 2 ears of wheat symbolize hard work, growth, and the promise of harvest, values deeply rooted in the American spirit. The phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one, rests proudly above. Together, these details make the coin more than just currency, they make it a work of art. The 1954 wheat penny was struck in 3 U.S. mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint added its own small signature, known as the mint mark. Coins from Denver carry a D. Those from San Francisco bear an S. And Philadelphia coins, as always, were struck without any mark. While millions of these coins were produced, not all survived the test of time in pristine condition. The secret to a penny's great value lies in its state of preservation. A coin that has never been circulated, one that retains its full luster and perfect details, can transform from a humble cent into a collector's treasure. Made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the 1954 penny glows with that distinct reddish hue collectors adore. Over the decades, many have darkened with age, but those with their original shine still sparkle like the day they were minted. Among collectors, the 1954S and 1954D varieties have gained particular interest. Some rare examples from these mints show subtle die variations or even minting errors, small differences that make a huge impact on the coin's value. Certain coins from this year feature repunched mint marks, where the letter was struck more than once during production. Others show doubling in the date or lettering, the result of die misalignment. Such mistakes were unintentional, but today, they're worth a fortune. Imagine finding one of these error coins in a collection or an old jar of change. What once seemed like an ordinary penny could turn out to be worth thousands. It's that thrill of discovery that keeps collectors searching. The Wheat Penny series, which began in 1909, was nearing its end by the 1950s. Just a few years later, the wheat ears would disappear, replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. That makes the 1954 issue one of the final chapters of this beloved era in U.S. coinage. Every 1954 penny tells a story of hands that held it, of stores that exchanged it, and of the America it represented. It's more than copper and metal, it's a time capsule from the past. Collectors admire the craftsmanship and history locked within these tiny pieces. The wheat penny design connects generations, from those who spent them in the 1950s to those who now collect them as pieces of history. Even a coin with a little wear can hold sentimental and monetary value. But the most prized examples are those in uncirculated, mint-state condition, coins that never saw the touch of daily life. Some collectors go a step further, grading these coins under magnification, looking for those elusive perfect strikes. The highest graded examples shine with mirror-like surfaces and flawless detail, commanding enormous prices in auctions. Finding one of these gems today is rare, but not impossible. Many such coins were tucked away decades ago by careful savers who saw something special in them. If you ever come across a 1954 wheat penny, take a close look at its details. Examine the mint mark, check for shine, and inspect it for any doubling or unique imperfections. You might just be holding a treasure in your hand. The smallest imperfections can sometimes mean the biggest rewards in the world of coin collecting. That's what makes this hobby so fascinating. Each coin tells a story, and some stories are worth far more than others. The 1954 penny stands as a tribute to the artistry of American minting and the resilience of history. Even decades later, its design continues to inspire awe and admiration. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of American pride. It reminds us how something as small as a cent can carry so much meaning, connecting the past with the present. The beauty of coin collecting lies in discovery, in the joy of finding history in the palm of your hand. And the 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny embodies that spirit perfectly. Every collector dreams of stumbling upon that one extraordinary coin, a coin that changes everything. Maybe your 1954 penny is that one. If you have a 1954 Lincoln Wheat Penny or any other rare coins, share them in the comments below. Our channel loves helping viewers learn about the stories and value behind their coins. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and comment for more amazing coin discoveries. And don't forget to like this video to support our growing coin-loving community. One exceptional 1954 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent wheat penny has been valued at $380,000.